So guys, I'm going to do a quick update on the Forex market today. So let's have a look at the dollar index. So the dollar index has been very interesting last year. So we saw a strong bearish trend. I believe that trend is still going to continue, but as mentioned, we will of course see a pullback. And then now we can see that we pulled into a key structure area around the 90,000 level. Price is currently still just ranging, right? So if we go on the daily time frame, you could see that price has pretty much just been ranging. Now, of course, if you are let's say you're doing, I would say, intraday, slash swing trade positions, this could be quite frustrating because it means that you're not going to get a lot of movement in the particular trades that you're trading. So for example, it could be on Euro USD. Let's say you're going short. All that needs to happen is for the dollar to sell off. So again, move back down to the range, and then you could see a 50 pip move on Euro USD to the upside, right? So it's important to understand that we are in the range. So it could, I would say right now, is best to just put on swing trade positions or the highest probability day trade positions. Otherwise, it's going to be quite frustrating because, of course, whatever the dollar does, so if it weakens, we're going to see those particular currencies, major currencies, continue to the upside. If the dollar strengthens, then we're going to see obviously a move to the downside. Now, with that being said, again, I do believe that the dollar will continue to the downside. As you can see, we've actually pulled up to our trend line area. Could we see a move back up to 91,000? I wouldn't be surprised, but again, I do believe we're gonna see a sell off around this area back to the 89, not back, yeah, actually back to the 88,000 level. And then could we see a spike at this point? Maybe we could, but I would say I'm super bearish on the dollar again this year. And what does that mean for the indice market? It means we're likely to see a continuation to the upside, and that goes for the stock market and, of course, the indice market. Now, let's have a look at this. Let's just look in more detail. Where could we potentially go next? So, number one, we can see a support area around the 84,000 level. So again, looking for key support areas with the most rejections. And as you can see, this would be a good area. And I would say, what's the percentage down to that level? So about a 6% move to the downside. Could we see that? I believe we could. And again, just from a technical perspective, this is a perfect, a perfect selling, a selling pattern, right? We've got a break of our trend line. We've got price pulling back up to this key resistance area, right? So key resistance area, and that's at the 91,000 level. And then again, we can potentially sell at the resistance, which was a support, now resistance, and obviously a continuation to the downside. Now, of course, guys, it sounds super easy when I'm explaining it now, but you are going to have losses, right? So, we've had losses, we've had gains, but the most important thing is that, a famous quote from Drake, you lose some, you win some. The only thing that's important is that the outcome is income, right? And again, this is all investing and trading is, right? You are going to lose trades, but it's just important that you're on the right side of the odds, right? So don't trade anything that's less than 1 to 2. The standard stuff, only risk 1 to 3% of your trading account. But again, just brief, still super bearish on the dollar. Super bearish on the dollar at the moment. Yeah, and it looks like we could potentially see a sell-off. Again, if we do see a rally, I believe it will be back up to either this trend line or the 91,000 area. And what does that mean? That means that your indices, sorry, your major currency pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, these major currencies will make a move to the downside. So just be cautious at the moment. Don't put too much on the line because we are ranging on the dollar. And I'll get more in depth, the actual fundamental side of things, and explain things in more detail. But this is just a brief video because some of you have been asking me, what's currently happening with the Forex market. It seems a bit, laggy. But yeah, so still bearish on the dollar. Anyway, speak to you all soon. Take care.